Let's create this DIY bow hat. I found inspiration and motivation from this $48 hat at Anthro. Girl, we can so make this. You will need some fabric glue, scissors, 3/8 of an inch ribbon, a hat, preferably if it's on sale, that's even better. Mine was 40 off at JCPenney's. Now, if you can tie your shoes, you can make bows. The only tricky part is making sure that you make the loops equal and that you create a bow that is flat enough to glue down. If you make a mistake, what's the worst thing that can happen? You take the bow apart. Making bows is a great way to improve and practice fine motor skills. Kids can do this. Older adults can do this. Adults who are going to be 21 forever can do this. You just take your time. It's kind of therapeutic. I'm going to show you step by step a few more times. Matter of fact, when you get your ribbon, play this video and we can make bows together. First, you make a loop and you're going to hold it in one hand, your non-dominant hand. Then you're going to make your second loop. Now you cross those over and put the loop through the hole in the middle there. It can be a little bit tricky at first keeping your non-dominant hand steady while you do all this looping through the hole, but once you get the hang of it, it gets to be pretty easy. Just go slow and then you pull the loops apart and try to keep the ribbon straight so that the middle portion of your bow doesn't get twisted. Now, I like to adjust the bow right here so I can pull the tail out and make sure my loops are equal. And I do all that before I cut the ribbon from the spool. That way, I'm not wasting excess ribbon. Once you've made at least 2 bows, you're going to want to put them side by side and see if they're about the same size. And then you'll continue this process until you have enough bows for your hat. Once all your bows are complete, then you can adjust the tails, and you're going to want to use sharp scissors. Do as I say, not as I did, okay? My scissors are all dull because we're paper girls over here apparently, and I was in all of my scissor stashes to get the tails evened out. Now this is where I wasted ribbon, but the OCD jumped out. What can I say? All right, all done. Now you want to arrange your bows on your hat. You're going to want to make sure that the little loop through part there is flat enough for you to glue it down. You don't want any funky loops on your bows. Once you get all your bows the way you like them, you're going to want to look back at your inspiration pick and determine if you want to make any adjustments to the layout. In my case, I went with exactly how the inspiration pick had everything laid out. 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Now don't be surprised if some of these bows don't make the cut. Before the final gluing step, I suggest cleaning up your little workstation. I like to put a little bit of Scotch tape across the ribbon and the outside part of the spool so that my ribbon doesn't unravel in the storage container, and I can hoard it for years to come. Yeah. I used Aleene's Fabric Fusion Glue to put the bows down. Now, it suggests 48 hours of letting it dry. So I'm going to do that. And this is why my scissors aren't sharp. You see that? Anywho, you're going to want to open your container up. And if it doesn't come out, guess what? There's a little paper in there. So make sure you take that out. When you're 100% sure this is how you want your hat to be laid out, now you're going to glue the bows down. I like to put a nice little clump in the center with a tiny bit that drizzles to the little loops. But it is going to come out very thick, but at the same time, it's going to feel like it's not sticking. So you're just going to want to push it into place and then leave it. Follow the directions and let it sit. You're going to put that little clump in the middle and push it into place and let it sit. This DIY bow hat is a lot of fun to make. Let me know in the comments if you decide to try it. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, create joy.